Welcome back, survivors. I'm the SurvivalVis, and we return to Carnivores Plus for some more hunting. So let's get into the hunt menu. Now, last week, I unfortunately didn't get to that one Easter egg that's supposedly on the very southwest corner of Basmachi Rocks. So I think we're going to try to start this week just by going to see what that is. Not drown because we're in shock and awe of the mosasaur. And maybe, just so that way we have some excitement going on, we'll turn on the Majung and see if maybe we can try getting one. We got some good advice about trying to go for these guys too. And it's actually, crouching down might give us a better line of sight towards the belly, shooting through the heart or the stomach area there. As for other things turn on, I guess it wouldn't hurt to have the aloes on. As long as they don't scare the crap out of us like they did last week, we should be good there. We'll start there, and then maybe we'll go to Gravitzappa and see what that's like, because we only just barely touched on that map as well. And there's so much more to go through and see, too. The only thing okay, yes, there's where they're talking about work in progress. So, comment from Mert the Bird, as you guys probably know if you've been on the channel, a very dedicated modder for Carnivores. Let us know that the maps that have that little work in progress you can see beside the title, like Location, the Ancient Temple, WIP, they're still works in progress, so they are undergoing more development and there's stuff to be fleshed out, added, etc. So we won't showcase too much of those, just because it's not really fair to showcase that work in progress and say it's like done. But we have Morrison's Maze is good, the Pyramids is another work in progress, the Gulf of Katura looks okay, and the Great Lake looks okay. So there are a couple of maps that have some stuff being worked on, but other than that, there's a lot that is done and ready, so we'll be able to showcase quite a bit. But for now, we've got an Easter egg to find, and hopefully not to get our heads ripped off by either the Majung or the aloe. So let's hop right in and go into a brand new hunt. Okay, so we're all loaded in here, and I do want to be careful because of any surprises. Ooh, but we are in fantastic starting location to make our way for that one Easter egg again. And thankfully that one, yeah, doesn't look as far out as the pyramid was that we found last week, so we should get there in due time. And I also do apologize about, like, the weird face camming right now. I definitely need to figure out a little bit of a better lighting system for when the sun ain't quite visible or active. Right now, you might actually be able to hear a little bit on the capture just that it's raining out. Unfortunately, the less natural light out there seems to mean the more shadowed hidden face here on Facecam. So that's one thing I guess it's the first time kind of running into, so I have this as a learning experience, but I have no idea how I'll fix that. Just something we'll kind of, hopefully over time, piece together and determine how to resolve that. Because normally I try to keep at least a somewhat lit face, because it makes it a little more approachable and easier watching, going back and forth between, well, somewhat monotonous expression and the other one being, it's probably a little less contrasting compared to the on-screen, like the video actually playing. I shouldn't say that, but, you know, the gameplay right beside it. It's kind of funny, if you do try doing, like, videos like this, it's almost like you realize just how programmed you are to be controlled in a way. Now, I'm not talking like mind-controlled, but almost like how you're tempered to have your emotions, your expressions, more like muted and professional in life. Like as a kid, as you're growing up, that's the thing, is the... I thought I heard something a little odd there, but... Okay, well anyway, let's probably just go for a swim now. And we'll definitely be sure to... Oh, you can actually see the mosasaur already out there, so... Yeah, it shouldn't take us long to get there. But as a kid, when you're going through, like, schooling and that, the teachers are always trying to get you under kind of temperament of seated, and you can smile in that, but you almost dialed down emotions and expressions in that, so there's only so much of yourself you really beam out or radiate out. Going into videos like this, I'm sure my first videos were very monotonous sounding in voice. Now, I mean, I do some sound editing, such as, like, compressing and normalizing, just that way it's a little smoother listening. But I'm noticing that I'm getting a little more, like, active, expressive from this. Oh, Lord, I probably shouldn't have said active that loud, because I can just see the giant spike on capture, but it feels like your emotions are kind of, like, chipping through in a way, and you can come forward a little bit more to be expressive and engaged, and if you be excited, you don't have to, like, hold it back or anything. You can be fully out there, just having fun and a good time with it. So I'm very thankful that that's actually something that's come up here. And I see something interesting up there. I almost want to say junkyard, but I also feel like those might be bones of something. And the mosasaur just swimming around. Mosasaur just doing his thing, swimming around there. Now, it can't attack us because it is just map ambience, but one of the things is that the modding community is actually learning how to unlock more stuff in coding, so you can have map-exclusive ambience in that, like the mosasaurs are. So if they learn more with that, there might be more engagement and interaction that could be done. Oh yeah, this is basically like a junkyard of some sorts, isn't it? Bunch of... Okay, I'm not sure what the symbols mean. I think it's supposed to be something like radioactive, and I don't want to exactly go walking right into this, just because I feel like this is sort of the area, like, on Triassic, where if you go into that pyramid that has, like, the glowy spot in the middle, you just kind of, like, fry and die, so... Oh. A little office... Oh. Hello. Oh, he's alive. He's... Oh, what do we got there? Mail.x subject 4... Maybe map coordinate. Yeah, I think that's map coordinates of some kind. Area 0740. So, basically a random guy just living out on the tiny island. Now, it's an Easter egg callback to something else. Oh yeah, I basically just I'm swimming in garbage. It's supposed to be a Easter egg where maybe on one of the like vanilla maps of Carnivores or Carnivores 2, you can actually find a guy like that in a little spot. Maybe it's like a just a monitor or game warden in some sense. Just kind of keep watch over the area for the Dino Hunt Corporation. But anyway, that's done, so we could either swim back, or what I'll probably do is just reset, or restart the map, so that way we haven't done any hunting, so we'll just do that. Let's actually, instead of saying we will, let's just restart right now. Okay, so we're all loaded in here, and, well, okay, no, just in-game, that's... thought I heard a little bit of a ringing, so we are basically in a little oasis here, which might be helpful for trying to call these guys in, because we get a little bit of a buffer until they might actually arrive after us. So let's start with the aloe. Nothing. Okay, what about a Majunga? There may have been a very faint reply to that, but that is just quite the contrast compared. Like, we'll do that again. The aloe. Oh, and then the Majunga. I mean, the Majunga, I don't even have to imitate or try to mimic. It just stands on its own. But it doesn't sound like there's really anything around us, so that is helpful. It means we can get a little bit distance covered. Okay, that's probably actually just us going for a little bit of a dip there. We can get ourselves a little bit of ground covered and try to find a good spot. Now, I do need to be careful because actually, I think this tiny little island was where we encountered the very first Majunga Tholus. And that just sprinted at us like out of nowhere. So I'm just kind of going ahead on our way up here. And just kind of take a little look around to see. Yeah, nothing that I can see aside from the Dimorphodon going around, so we are pretty safe on this island at least. Unless there might be something hiding in a ridge, but if that's the case, it'll find us very soon as we make our way for that bridge back to the other island. I do have to say, I am very much enjoying my time Carnivores Plus. The mortal zones, I think I like as long as you have a weapon you can reliably aim with. Like, it's never been that I dislike mortal zones on animals. I find that's actually a very vital part of hunting, in a way, because it teaches you the respect of, I can't just unload wherever I want on. I'm stopping myself there because that context, or sorry, that out of context is so bad. You can't just shoot an animal up wherever you want. You should be trying to aim for a vital spot to make sure that it goes down fast and you're respectful to it. Oh god, I have feeling like the other comment. There's probably so much crap you can take out of context here that is just going to sound so bad. But, okay, where was I? Yeah. I like the idea of the mortal zones. My problem is that you don't have a way of fighting too much the weapon sway and, like, the shot deviation. There are some weapons that you can, or don't have that at all. Like, the sniper rifles, they do have a bit of weapon sway, but the thing is, the shot variation or deviation isn't really present there. So, you know what? Before we come all the way over, let's see if we can call something near the bridge. No, we can, actually. Now, I wonder if they... Now, this is going to be interesting. I wonder if they can pathfind onto the bridge we're on. Or if they'll actually, like, just... Oh. Oh. Okay, well, it's a good thing we didn't come off the bridge, because we've already got a couple of them on their way in. Although they are pretty far out. They are within 200. Okay, so they actually can't pathfind onto the bridge. That's very interesting. Although, I do admit a bit cheap, I can't say this was a skilled experience. This was just a test. So now we know for future reference. I didn't really hear anything, and I'd like to keep the points just because it's a little minor bit of points. So we are going to head back, and we're going to jump to Gravitzappa, because I think we've seen most of the map. I think we've seen most of Basmachi Rock, so we can always come back to that. But compared to how much time we've been spending on these two maps alone, I think it's good to go back to Gravitsappa and show off more of that. Because if I remember right, that was the magma pool with the middle area there. And I think that'd be cool to hunt around a little bit more. So we are going to do this loadout again of the Aloe and the Majung. Everything is looking good, so we can hop right in. Special 2 for a hunt on... Well, actually kind of like a 2.5 because of the Easter egg hunt we did too. But anyway, we're good, so let's hop on in. Oh, we're loaded in, and we already have... Oh! Did not see the other one. Restart. I did not see the other Majung. I didn't even know we had a second one there. God, I thought the raptors were clever. These Majung are... They are how the manipulator was our nemesis in Mandibles. I think we found our menace... Well, yeah, basically our menace here in Carnivores Plus is going to be those Majung. Second time they pulled a clever girl. I mean, granted, we were still loading in, and because of one of the tricks I do, which is the resolution capture, which is basically just as soon as you load in, you hit the tidal key, or tide key. It's basically the key just below the escape key and to the left of the 1 key. Set resolution, I'm 1920 by 1080, so 1920 space 1080. And it takes a moment for everything kind of capture in there, but you can kind of hear some stuff moving around footstep-wise. Oh, just a stego. Okay, well, you're not actually that much of a threat or a danger, so I don't mind you being here. Oh, hello. Oh, no, wait, that's just trees. No, we don't want run mode on, because we don't want to exactly alert anything to us yet. I almost thought there was like a little fort or a temple or something over here because of the way the trees were. It reminded me a bit of JPR with the Matt and Saros fort. Not sure why I had to sing a little tune there. I guess it was just trying to buy time till I remembered, but Yeah, that's what some of the trees there remind me of. It's almost like a little wall of sorts, or supports for something. But yeah, Gravitzappa is the one with the volcanic island or lava springs in their center a bit more. I mean, for the most part, it is a fair-sized map, but there's quite a bit more water to it. I think it is more lowlands like this with some pretty, like, craggy and cliff areas, so we'll have to make use of those if we can. I'm glad I didn't turn off the fog. I think that was one of my mistakes in playing some of the other games, was that I would keep the fog turned off because I thought it made a big graphics issue if it was left on. It doesn't at all, and it can actually add a lot to some maps. Like, Isla Muerta on JPR was a good example. I don't know if Mandibles used it or not, though. I don't think so. No, don't think so. All I have to drink is water. I don't know if it's just because of talking makes your diaphragm moving more or what, but God, I just wish I could get that a little more under control. Not that I'm a professional yet, I mean, let's be honest, we're pretty far from levels of professional here. But just be a little nicer so that way I can speak more coherently, and it's just me stuttering because my mouth doesn't want to say the words correctly. Oh, that's a bit of a gap. Okay. Okay, just a little moss chops wandering around up there. So yeah, we'll try to see if we can get a Majung this episode. They have definitely shown themselves to be fairly clever, or at least smarter than me, which might not be saying too much about them. Well, they've managed to get the drop on us every single time we tried going after them. I think there's only once where we spotted it before it spotted us, and we still didn't really even get to take one down, or tranquilize them. I don't know, just because it gets points easier, I often tranquilize, and I don't think I've actually really gone, like, trophy hunting in any of the Carnivores games too much yet. I think maybe that might be something we'll finish Mandibles off with, is a nice, true trophy hunt across some of the final maps. Because we got a lot of points, it'll just be that we probably won't use the super weapon like the railgun that much. So I do think it does take a bit away from some of the experience. Although, in truth, it is needed for some things. That's where I think I like games like Carnivores Plus, and I'd say Triassic is another one. And JPR kind of has the power creep in the weapons too, but it's not so much that you feel it's a necessity to use a weapon against a certain type of animal, it's more just that it might be useful. Oh. What are you? Oh, what? Oh, and that's something swimming out there. What? What the hell are you guys? Oh, you're alive and moving. You're some kind of, like, elephant seal marine reptiles. And that must be one of you guys swimming out there, isn't it? Now, this is actually pretty neat. I'm just going to go out enough to see. Oh, wow, look at them all. Okay, Carnivores Plus, I think, is really pushing the boundaries of the map ambience. I mean, you guys... I'm not sure... Yeah, you probably don't really count that much as ambience because you're not moving, but the fact that you are animated... That's really interesting. Can I poke you? No, we can actually walk right through you. Yeah, so you guys are probably more... Oh, just a moss chops. You come to join your water cousins? Not sure why I went redneck for a moment there. You like joining your water cousins, eh, what? Yeah, that's really cool to come across. It makes the map feel more alive and rich with life to it, so I gotta give props to Carnivores Plus. They are getting the best map ambience I've seen in the mods yet. But we are here for some dangerous big games, so we should probably change gears back to that. Try for one of those before we end the episode off, because how many hunts has this basically been? I mean, one... I can't really call it successful, but one exploited because of the bridge and the Yallows. One failure because the Majung just completely got us there. I may have to adjust my headphones a little bit. I basically handyman redneck them a bit, because the headphones have like a little bit of a foam strip on the top that is meant to like cushion your head. The problem is the kind of, not the padding, but like the fabric covering or the leather on top completely wearing out and coming apart and crumbling, so I used some tape just trying to wrap it around. Sort of works, but it is a little sore on the top of my head, so I just gotta get a bit more used to that, and actually should. There, I'll just give myself a little bit more room with the... just how it's hanging on my head, so that should hopefully take a little bit more of the pressure off there. Oh yeah, that's a bit better. Okay, so... Oh, do I do something I'm going to regret and try calling the Majungatholus in? Yeah, I'm going to be dumb. Okay, we got a reply from... I think somewhere out there. I kind of wouldn't mind getting up to where that Gallimimus is, because I think if we get on that, we would not have a Majungatholus able to reach us. Actually, I might even actually just stay up on the side of the mountain here, because this is pretty steep terrain in its own right. Yeah, that ambience is getting me now. Okay, it literally has to be on the other side of the Galley Mountain. It's basically like, this is my hill and I'm going to keep... Oh, there it is. Oh, actually... I'm surprised how far out it is. I really thought we would have encountered it closer. And I'm probably sure I'm going to have people thinking right now, that's a mistake, don't get off the mountain, what are you doing? No. But here's my thinking. If we can get up onto the Galley Rock... Hi! Oh. Okay, you, I don't think we're the one I actually sighted out there. I mean, you're taking a... Is it technically a dirt nap if he's sleeping in the water? I feel like that's not the one that we sighted coming in. I feel like he was there way too quickly. And I can't get up this, so this is not good. Well, I don't hear anything coming, and the water has thankfully been our savior for right now. So let's... No, Oh, okay, well that glitches the camera out a little bit, so... This is the marauding Majungatholus. And I think the comments were saying that the earlier aside from my voice going 10 years younger, the comments were saying that the Majungatholus was actually a Carnivores before, well, an update kind of changed him, and I can see that. The Carnivores and Majungatholus actually have very similar body shapes. It's mostly the head that's a lot different. Okay, so maybe that was the same Majungatholus that we had seen. Ooh, somebody turned on the rave. Off, on, off, on. On, off, on, off, on, on. That's just a little bit of a graphical glitch, but again, me just having some dumb fun. I think with that, though, we'll head back and maybe see what we'll do next week, because we probably have the points for a little something different. So let's head on back with our new dozing prize. Yeah, so we're back in the menu here, and we could probably even showcase a little bit of the ancient temple and just bring in a few dinosaurs we've already seen before. Like, wow, we could actually bring them all next week. Maybe we'll do something like that, or if you guys have requests that you'd like to see done, be sure to leave them in the comments and let me know. And hey, my face actually, I don't know if it's just because I've been doing this for a bit and haven't been watching the capture, but it feels like the face is a little better lit, so kudos on that. If you guys have any requests you'd like me to see done as set up like this map with these dinos, with this weapon, be sure to leave them in the comments to let me know. I'm always wanting to bring you guys in on the series and feel like you have your say in it. That's one advantage of us being a small channel, is that it's much easier to include you guys, incorporate you as community, viewers, subscribers, whatever level you're at, into all the videos as well. So don't be shy. If it's just even like, hi, how are you? I'd be happy to reply back to let you know, hello, doing well, happy to have a comment, etc. Like I say, I just want to use the small size we have now as an opportunity to connect more with you guys if I can. But for now, we will end this episode here. So thank you all very much for watching once again. If you do like the series or the videos I do, be sure to give me a like and a comment right down below. I always respond as soon as I can. But until I see you all next episode though, survivors, please remember as always to take care and stay alive.